Hey, friend. Hey. Okay, so it's Saturday, ruled by Saturn. So I have been um, doing a lot of work, and I was like, you know what? It's been a minute since you guys have had a karma read, so here we are. Okay. All right. So, all right. So, if you have any Pisces placement, Sun, Rising, Venus, North Node, or Saturn, you or them, this is the karma for the person who has wronged you. Okay. All right, Spirit. Can you give me the karma for the person who has wronged the Pisces placement? You or them. Okay, so we have legal issues. What they did to you happens to them times 10 and heartbreak. Okay. All right, legal issues. All right, and remember, if you know that you don't have actual legal issues with this person, this could also be a spiritual court thing. But let's just see. Legal issues. I'm not going to lie, this already looks more. All right, here are legal issues. It looks as though the karma that they are going to get for wronging you, it looks like this is somebody who is well-to-do, or they have money, or they are connected to someone that has their little fair share of money. Okay. It looks like there's issues with the house or issues with their money and stability. Okay. With community here, it does kind of give me the energy of somebody that they can't sustain the life that they're living. So this would be somebody who's about to lose their house, or somebody who's going to have to downgrade. This is somebody that owes property taxes. They can't keep up. This is someone that has, a lot of debts and things like that. And these are not just debts that they're just going to throw on your credit and be done with it. This is like them taking like legal action against someone. Why is this? So here's the thing. This may be their karma for, This may be, This may be their karma for how they did you. If they at any time affected your stability, if at any time teamed up against you, at any time when you were in need of help, or didn't acknowledge, because I just heard pain and suffering, and the cards that came out here are healing, karma at play, comfort zone. So it's giving, spirit is, it's like, it's coming for what they care about. These are materialistic people. You're coming up as someone who, while you like to live in comfort, you do care a lot more about healing and, making sure that stability is good and things like that. If you ever carried this person stability wise and made sure that they were good, this is a situation where their wits, that's not what's happening here. Okay. This is not what's happening here. This also gives the energy of somebody that is, they don't have a lifeline. They burned all their bridges. So if you were the person who always made sure that they were good, you always made sure they were stable. When they didn't have the money, you made sure the money somehow got there. Yeah. They're not going to have that. That's part of where the legal issues are coming from. So we have what they did to you happens to them. Yikes. What they did to you happens to them. yeah. Listen, this is really your message if this person played in your face. This is really giving, whether you guys were friends, whether you guys were dating, whether you guys worked together, when they were down and out, you had their back. You were very loyal to this person. You always made sure that they were good to the best of your ability. And when they were on the come up, or they cross paths with somebody that could help them come up, they completely turned their back on you, leaving you to kind of pick up the pieces. Because it says what they did to you happens to them times 10. You are getting ready. If you're not in a position already to level up, you're going to. With thoughts, official person, sudden wealth, message, you're getting ready to go through a come up that it's like, while this person is falling off their pedestal and the community is watching them, I heard go broke. All the healing and all the stuff that you did is going to start paying off, because sudden wealth is not just wealth, but it's also like, to me, like status, something of positivity that happens suddenly, right? So it may be suddenly for others, but to this person, okay, because I have thoughts and message, okay? Right when this person thinks, who was the last person who really held me down, who really had my back, who really, really had me like that? Yo, it was Pisces placement. So right when they think to hit you up, call you up, I wonder what Pisces placement is doing. They find out that you are not where they left you. You have leveled up in some way, if not financially, physically, because this is things you could touch. This is tangible stuff. Okay. So this person, like, you may have had to find out certain things through other people, like, oh, did you know so-and-so just got this huge house? Did you know so-and-so just got this huge car? Did you know so it's like this person having to find out through other people how well you're doing. And if they have to do all that, I'm assuming you have them blocked or they don't have access to you. That's interesting. And I don't know why I just heard this too. If you keep your personal life private, okay, this is someone that with official person, for some of y'all, they're gonna find out like through the grapevine that you're in a relationship, a solid relationship. This is not just some random person. Why is heartbreak here? Why is heartbreak here? Why do I already see where this is going? Look, I don't know what this person did to you, but this is somebody who is about to fall off, and they're not going to be able to find anybody that's going to help them get back on. So this is somebody that feels like, you know what? I don't need anybody. Everybody gonna turn their back on me, because just like they turn their back on everybody else, they're gonna be like, you know what? I don't need anybody. I can get back on track by myself. But great fortune's in reverse. I have expectation and journey with great fortune in reverse. The heartbreak comes from the fact that starting from the bottom and getting back on track is a lot harder than they expected, especially when they don't have anybody to help support them or have their back. They're having to do it by themselves. I'm just going to go out here based off of what they did to you happened to them. And I'm going to assume that they kind of did you the same way. They kind of left you at the bottom and, just let you figure it out on your own. So this is somebody that feels like, you know what? Cool. I don't care. I can do it by myself. But it's the heartbreak. It's the lonely nights. It's the difficulty. It is the come to Jesus moments, or whatever you believe in. This person's going to find out that it's a lot harder than you made it look because you make it look a lot easier. Now, I don't know if that's your pride or your ego, but it looks a lot easier because of what you choose to show to the public. They don't know about the real hardcore stuff you went through to get out of this, to get where you're going or to get out of where they left you, but they will. And clarifying, I have third party involved, red flag, and coming back. That's where the heartbreak is coming from. If this person left you for a third party, that third party isn't helping them any more than they didn't help you. Red flag is here because if this person thought that this was their person or life was going to be so much better or whatever the case may be, it's not. And with coming back, they can't come back. I'm telling you, you have this person blocked or you really don't talk to them. Great fortune is also, and because I have coming back here, this is somebody realizing they can't, I'm not going to say can't, but can't. It's giving, if this person was your type before, they're not your type now. Like this person is really coming back like, Pisces, hey. And you're like, yuck. What are you doing here? You're not interested. You're not interested. So a great fortune, the heartbreak comes from, by the time this person realized the person I probably should have been helping, I turned my back on. The person I probably should have stood by and done better for, I screwed that up. By the time this person realizes that everything that they thought they had with someone else or thought was worth turning their back on you for, by the time they realize that it wasn't, and that the person or the people or the job or whatever that spirit really sent to help them, to heal them, to grow with them, that they really screwed up, that's where the heartbreak comes. This is somebody realizing like, I really screwed up. But it's like they didn't realize what they had until you guys went your separate ways. But even then, their pride and their ego wouldn't let them admit that. So it's like, this is somebody that's going to hit rock bottom and everybody turns their back on them. And then it's like, man, the person I was hurting, I should have been helping, loving, healing. The person that I was judging, I should have been, really pouring into. The person that I was, crazy. Let me know if that makes sense for you, Pisces placements. Okay, Aquarius placements. Hey, cutie patooties. All right, so this is going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. You or them. All right, karma for the person who hurt the Aquarius placement. All right, let's go. All right, karma for the... Okay. When my cards do that, sometimes I feel like this is something somebody does not see coming. Karma for the person who hurt the Aquarius placement. Oh, they don't see this coming at all. First one that came out, Dark Secrets Exposed. What'd I say? I guess these two go together. Golly. Okay. So we have Dark Secrets Exposed, stuck in an unhappy relationship. And the two that came out together is blackmail, reaping what they have sown all at once. Goddamn. All right, karma for the person that's hurt you. You or them. Aquarius placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, or Saturn. Dark secrets exposed. Oh, yes. So, with this person, this is somebody who has the whatever life style that they live in the public eye is like a facade. But not only is their lifestyle going to be exposed, I hate it when I do these readings and there's just a lot of third party situations, because I know that's not the only thing, but this feels very third party wise. This is someone who feels like they got the mature version of a man or a woman, and they feel as though with them they're changed. I have changed, mature man, expectation, message of concern. But wait until they find out that this person has not changed. They're the same person they always were. This person thinking they got the healed version of a man or a woman is hilarious. This person has not changed. They have no desire to change. And somebody is going to realize they got, right as I said that, they're going to realize they got the wrong end of the stick. Look at this. Not interested in new love. This person has not changed. But this person feels that when they first got with this person, maybe somebody left you for someone else. I don't know. All I know is that somebody is going to get a message of concern, some type of proof, some type of evidence that they are the same person they always were. If this person thought because they were the new love of their life that they were going to, do better and all that, they're not, and they haven't. And they're going to find some type of proof of that. And then I have time to move forward. It is I just kind of feel like somebody's been ignoring red flags and they're about to get a message that they can't ignore. Message of concern. Yeah, because I got the King of Swords. So this person has to make a head over heart decision. Why? Their reputation is at stake. God. Oh, yes. Yeah. It just looks like somebody has been, yeah. 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 Somebody is embarrassed. They feel like they don't have a choice. They have to make a head over heart decision. This is affecting somebody's work. Somebody's work, somebody's reputation. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. God. That sucks. But so we have stuck in an unhappy relationship. But I mean, okay. Toil and labor. I bet it is work. Dealing with somebody you really don't want to deal with. All right, stuck in an unhappy relationship. Stuck in an unhappy relationship. Stuck in an unhappy relationship. Why is this here? Oh, that's too many, so I'll just take these. Didn't I just take that toil and labor card and I said it's too much work? We got occupation and lovers. Gosh. Thief. The reason why this is an unhappy relationship is because you only have one person working at it. You have one person working at it. The other person is in it for the money. That's all they're in it for. This is not a connection that's based off love. This is a connection that is based off of money and appearances. And you have one person that it's becoming too much work. And I got thief here. So somebody is like, they're not in it for love. You have one person in it for love. One person that's really putting in the effort, really putting in the time, message, really trying to communicate. While the other person is just like, no, they're only there for the lifestyle. They're only there for what this person can do for them. And I'll tell you what, the reason why they're stuck in this situation as well is because they ignored so many red flags. They've ignored so many red flags. They've ignored so many signs that obviously this person is not here because they want to be here, that now they spent so much money trying to keep this person, they don't have the money to leave this person. So they're stuck. But with karmic, I mean, this was at the bottom of the deck. That's not for everybody, but clearly, if that's the case, it does, based off that other spread, it does look like if somebody did use spell work to keep someone, it's backfiring. This person is stuck in a situation with the person that they wanted to stay so badly, but the person's not there for love. The person's only there for what they could do for them. They done spent so much money trying to keep somebody, they don't have the money to leave somebody. That's sad. All right, we have blackmail and reaping what they have sown all at once. With blackmail and reaping what you've sown all at once, that lets me know that somebody manipulated a situation so much and it's backfiring on them. And did not listen. Everybody's person has not had spell work done on them. But with blackmail, that's a manipulation card to me and a coercion card to me, right? I have message of concern in reverse. They were warned not to do this. Courthouse, that is a decision. For me, sometimes when this card comes up, this means there has been spiritual judgment that is made. That is a decision. Courthouse, that is a decision. That is spiritual court. A decision has been made. Message of concern came out in reverse. They were warned not to do this, not to manipulate this situation, not to keep doing spell work on someone, but expectation and occupation. They expected it to work, and as long as it worked, it's not my problem until it is, because now it's all backfiring, reaping what they have sown all at once. So all that time, money, energy that they spent doing spell work and all this stuff to keep someone, to keep a job, whatever the case may be, it's all coming back all at one time. And with Journey here, do you see how this person has all their luggage, right? Because they're going to be gone for a long time. That tells me that this is somebody who's going to go through this for a while. This is not just a one and done. This is a situation where this person is going to be reaping this. It's going to take them a while to clear this karma. This is not, see, look, this is somebody that now that things are backfiring, now they want to ask people for advice. Now they want to know what they should do because their blessings are being blocked, right? Their divine path is being blocked. They have to balance out the karma that they created. Bottom of the deck. So whatever this person did to you, whether they took a job from you or whatever, whatever they did, they are going to have to deal with the consequences of that all at one time. It's not going to be sprinkled all out. And I know that because, like I said, Journey is here. Journey is telling me, yo, pack your bags. Because you're going to be dealing with this for a little minute. This is going to take them a little minute to clear. Okay. Yeah. All right. Thanks, babe. All right. Capricorn placements. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, or Saturn. If you have those placements, you are them. What is the karma of the person who has wronged you? What is the karma of the person who has wronged you? If you or them have Aquarius placements, because that card came out for Aquarius, you might want to go check that out. Oh. So we have worst fears become reality and watching you heal and live a good life. What they did to you happens then times 10. That was on the Aquarius card. You might want to check that one out if that resonates at all. And being publicly exposed and or embarrassed. Yikes. What did they do? All right. Get out of my room. I'm still mad at you. That's my dog. I'm mad at him. And you know what? He's a Capricorn. I know he wasn't trying to be shady and trying to see if I'm going to get karma. No, you know what you did. Or maybe he's trying to see if he going to get karma for what he did. He already got karma. His karma is he can come back in my room. At least not tonight. Worst fears become reality. Watching you heal and live a good life. Why is that here? Worst fears become reality. Watching you. I'm talking to my timeline jumpers. This is somebody that was expecting you to stay exactly where you are. Right as I said that. This is somebody that was expecting you to stay right where you are. This person was not expecting for you to grow or evolve because they may have felt like this is giving the energy of somebody that underestimated you. So their worst fear becoming a reality. This is somebody that knows what you can do, the potential of you, but just didn't think you had the motivation or was really going to do anything with it. This is somebody that just felt like, you know, this gives me the vibe of somebody that main female, you're going to become the main, it's main character energy. You may be in the cocoon healing stage and this person wasn't aware because I have pathway, courtship, expectation. Their worst fear is you leveling up and having the life that they could see you and them having, or you potentially having, but you're doing it with someone else. They were not expecting that. What they're expecting is that you're going to stay not thriving into your fullest potential and still detaching from your purpose, enjoying the single life, still running out here like single. It's not that you're just enjoying single life and being single. This is the energy of you have standards and you're not about to just deal with anybody. You'd rather focus on your money. And even if you were having money here, if your money was a little funny, it doesn't feel like you were having money problems. It feels like you knew you were made for a higher tax bracket and you're trying to find your way there. Rather, it is helping your nervous system, learning to quantum leap, whatever it is. Okay. And your intuition was telling you you needed to focus on yourself, find that main character energy. This person didn't get that memo. This is also coworkers, guys. Y'all have supervisors or people at work that really feel like, you know, you're not meant to level up to where you're trying to level up to, or you're not meant to work for yourself or whatever. Like, they really feel like you just out here talking gibberish, where you be talking about like your hopes and dreams and all this stuff. So their karma is they're going to have to watch you level up in main character energy. You've already detached from the situation. And this is also someone that at some point is going to want to work with you, because it's giving you found the secret. Because what I heard is found the secret sauce. So I don't know if like you find a new way to do something, the way you're going about something. Like, I don't know. All I know is that this is someone that feels like they gave up on you too soon. They walked away from you too soon. They should have, because it's giving you were in your cocoon stage, you were in your chrysalis. If they would have waited a little bit longer for you to bust out of there, that's the energy it gives. So we have what they did to you happens to them times 10. What they did to you happens to them times 10. This is crazy. So this is somebody that is going to try to copy you, mimic you, or it because I just heard turn in. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if this person tries to turn in something or post something, and they don't give you the credit that you deserve. But somebody is expecting to change something within their life, or to change how you're viewed, by trying to mimic you or trying to do what you do to level up their own life. Like, this is weird. What is this? Because what it's giving with what they did to you happens, what they did to you happens to them. Sorry. Sometimes on our channel, the top of my head gets sore. Well, not sore, but it's like this weird, annoying tingling that's like drives me nuts. What they did to you happens to them times 10. So this is somebody that could have not given you the credit. They've used something you said, something you did, an idea, work on a project, turn something in, and they got some type of credit, or they used your idea and it worked out for them. Like, this is somebody that is going to continue doing that. But with change in reverse, a message of concern. Mm-mm. It really just gives, they never understood how you felt until it happened to them. The same way that this person may have taken something from you or used your idea or they did something but put their name on it, didn't credit you, made it seem like it was them, mimicked you in some way. I don't know exactly what this is. All I know is they're about to do the same exact thing, but it's going to backfire times 10. So now it gives the energy of like when they try to say, but that wasn't even my idea, or that wasn't even my project, or that wasn't even really my quote. Like it still doesn't give it's damned if they do, damned if they don't, because then it's like, well, then why are you taking other people's quotes? Why are you, plagiarizing other people's stuff? Why are you doing that? That's weird. All right. I don't know. I keep getting drawn here. All right. Being publicly exposed and or embarrassed. You don't say. Okay, so first off, this is definitely something they didn't want someone to know. This has to do with people talking, people, obviously something they didn't want to come out comes out, but this has to do with somebody that they're dealing with. There's somebody that they're dealing with or somebody that they're connected to that they would rather not people know about. But I don't understand why that's embarrassing though. Oh. 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 Let me just clarify this, high priestess, before I say what I just got. Ah! I'm not tripping. Ace of Wands. I'm not tripping. Being publicly exposed and or embarrassed. This person slept with someone to get a position, to get a job, to get an opportunity. And they don't want anybody to know that. That's something that they kind of want people to think that because of their wisdom, their knowledge, their skill, they got to where they're at solely based off of their skill. But it's going to end up coming out that they know someone who knows someone, and they kind of, whether it was a one night stand, whether whatever it was, something is going to come out where, and it doesn't have to be a one night stand, but that's the energy it's giving. It honestly could be anything, but this is coming out like being publicly exposed and or embarrassed. This is somebody finding out that someone did not get an opportunity, a position, or whatever, solely based off of their skills and what they have to offer. This is somebody, they could have done something strange for a piece of change. Or this is somebody that showed interest in someone in order to get what they got. So, yeah, there's that. Ooh, child, this is messy. Okay. Ooh, I don't know why I feel like, ooh, child, I should have never been in that business. I don't know why I feel like that. Okay. So Sagittarius is Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or North Node, or Saturn, okay? If you have any of those placements, you or them, this could resonate, okay? So karma for the person who has hurt you. Something they said or did continues to haunt them. Forced into shadow work. Dark secrets exposed. You may want to check Capricorns because Capricorn got that same card, but they got that card first. So something they said or did continues to haunt them. Why is this here? Something they said or did continues to haunt them because it was something they consistently did. And it was something that once it comes to light, it's giving the energy of something that follows them. So a decision or something that they did, it's haunting them moving forward. So this is a situation where someone's past is going to catch up to them right when they feel like that's in the past. You know, nobody's thinking about that anymore. Yeah. But why? For some of y'all, this has to do with somebody's temper. And this has to do with somebody who can't keep their stuff in their pants. So this is somebody that may be trying to advance at work or trying to move, you know, up in certain social circles. They're qualified. But if this is someone that you were around that kind of was impulsive and, you know, couldn't keep their stuff in their pants, or somebody that's, you know, just had a certain type of temper, this is something that it's following them. It's preventing them, because this person may have been a supervisor or been a friend of yours, just whatever, but it's giving you're gonna be able to see that they're gonna reach a wall if they haven't already, because I feel like they have. Their the work and their skill has slowed down what opportunities it gives because of the reputation they've created for themselves. So if at any point this person did anything in regards to this, and it kind of was like blown up under the rug or whatever, you get to watch where this person, they hit a wall, they get stuck because people see them as a liability. They're not really sure if they want to deal with them, if they want to work with them, if they want them on their team. You know, people that would have said, oh, no, it's good, I got you, like, I'll, you know, I have some connections, you know, I'll talk to so for you. No, they don't. Something that somebody did in the past is definitely haunting their future opportunities. Forced into shadow work. Yeah. Well, that'll do it, huh? So, literally have the Seven of Swords here. Oh. This person's going to be forced into shadow work because they never complete what they start. So they may start healing, they don't complete it. This is somebody that holds grudges. This is somebody who they've been betraying the people that they should be protecting and providing for so long. I don't know how you're connected to this person, but if this is a family member, with this 10 of Pentacles, it really gives somebody that it really gives somebody that takes advantage of the fact that you depend on them financially, that they almost feel betrayed when you find stability on your own. And it forces them into shadow work because they don't have nothing but time to think. Because if they're used to pulling the strings, they're not, using, financial abuse and things like that. They are going to find out at the last minute, you either got a new job, you have a level up, you have some type of financial stability that they're not aware of. Because with this 6 of Cups and this Page of Wands, it makes me feel like this person, this is somebody that is always wanting to reconcile, but Page of Swords, they never finish what they say they're going to do. They get really excited. Let's reconcile. We can work this out. But it never sticks. They go right back to their childish behavior. And so this is a situation that by the time they try it again, or they're moving in that way again, and if this is not like a romantic situation, this could still be a job. By the time that, this is somebody at work, when you're just like, I'm just going to find a new job. I just need to, da-da-da-da-da. They're like, no, you're good. I'll talk to so-and-so. You're good. Well, whatever. I promise that pay raise will be in your bank account. You finding another job where you make more money, or you're actually in a position higher than them, blindsides them. And this person is forced to deal with how they treat people at that workplace. They kind of hit rock bottom, because it's like, yo, what did you do for Sagittarius to want to leave? Dark secrets exposed. Well, there you go. People see the truth, hear the truth. They start putting 2 and 2 together. Or this could be you putting 2 and 2 together. Ace of Swords, the Lovers, Queen of Wands. I'm going to take this 2 ways based off of what I'm intuitively picking up, because I'm picking up multiple things. One, if there was somebody that you ever wondered about, if they were in the background, is that person really just their friend? That person says, oh, we just grew up together, we're friends, or, something bigger than. Something's going to happen where you're going to put 2 and 2 together and just have like that epiphany moment where it just clicks. And for those that resonate with this, yes, okay. But others of you, the other thing I'm picking up is you've been, by the time whatever this person has been doing or whatever happens, with dark secrets, by the time their dark secrets are exposed, because the Lovers card to me, well, it's not to me, but it's not just a card of love or fate. I mean, it is a fate, but it's a card of big decisions, life-changing decisions. Queen of Wands, that is you. I mean, I know what that card, anyway, it's a fire sign. So because it's fire energy, it's you right now, okay? So with the Queen of Wands, by the time their dark secrets are exposed, you have already knew that. You're not shocked. You're not surprised. And you already made the decision to level up. Queen of Wands, she's very courageous. She's very beautiful. She has her life together. She has wealth. She has money. She is not afraid to put herself out there. That is the glow up, right? So by the time whatever secrets this person has going on, you are already leveling up. Like, it's almost like it's a secret to y'all. It's not a secret to me because I already figured that out. So essentially, it gives the vibe of, I don't know if this is a friend. I don't know if this is people at work, but you're coming off as they should have believed you when you first said, I don't know what it is, but I don't trust that I don't trust that person. I don't really think they are who they say they are. It's giving, we should have trusted Sagittarius placement when they first said something. So if you have just been waiting for everybody else to kind of figure out the truth about somebody, they're about to, and you're going to come off as somebody that is in that Queen of Wands energy. And I love that for you. All right. Okay. All right. My Scorpio placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, or Saturn. This could be for you. What is the karma of the person who has wrong Scorpio placement? I can't see. Okay. Okay. All right. We have out of or a loss of options, robbed. They're either robbed of time, energy, money, material possessions, or promotion. And then insecure and heartbreak came out together. So let's see what that's about. So out of or a loss of options, Spirit. Why is this here? Oh, they burnt up their lifelines. I have my sweatshirt inside out and my pocket is on the inside. Isn't that weird? I hate it. Anyway, so it says out of or a loss of options, 9 of Swords, the Devil, and the 6 of Pentacles. That is letting me know that their toxic habits, their materialistic, their greed, no one is giving to them anymore. And now it has them up at night. This could be loans, people not wanting to give them loans. They're out of friends who are willing to loan them money. Like, this is somebody that when they're up, they kind of crap on everybody else, not realizing that at some point they may need the very people that they're crapping on. They're out of options, they're out of lifelines. Nobody is willing to pour into them because of their greed, because of their nasty behavior, because of their toxicity. And with this 9 of Swords, is somebody who's not sleeping at night. Well, should be nicer to people. So we have robbed time, energy, money, material possessions, promotion. Why is robbed here? Oh. That's very interesting. That is very interesting. So the people they should have been pouring into, they were just taking from, they were just being greedy and nasty. And the people that weren't doing anything for them, they're the people that they were pouring into. So now that this person is low on funds, they're low on energy, they need people to pour back into them. The only people they have around them are the people that take from them. I also get an energy here because I have the 7 of Wands in reverse. Their confidence is gone. I just feel their material possessions, they don't have the money to, it's like they don't lose their car, but they can't keep the G-Wagon, you know? It's like this is somebody that has a lot of creditors and a lot of debts and a lot of disagreements and a lot of people around them that are just taking from them. And this is somebody who's trying to keep up with the Joneses. This is somebody who is trying to put themselves out there as somebody who has their lives together. But now that they need help from people that they've been giving to, because they've been giving to the wrong people, now these people are not trying to give to them. These people are still trying to take from them. They don't have anything to give. So it's going to be causing a lot of conflict, chaos, and also opportunities from them, because now they're being seen as somebody who has a lot of toxic connections with people. They fight, they argue, right? Yeah. That's interesting. Well, because what do you expect? You can't treat people any kind of way and then expect for people to have some type of sympathy, like that's crazy. The way that people's minds work sometimes is crazy to me. Insecure heartbreak. Oh. All right, insecure and heartbreak. Let's see what that's about. Why is this so much? Y'all must be dealing with a real materialistic person. Somebody that has a lot of ego, somebody who's real materialistic, and somebody that really treats people poorly when they're up. The karma for this person is they really don't have any more allies. Their selfishness has completely killed their confidence, because Six of Swords, people are walking away from them at their darkest time, at their darkest moment, when they need somebody the most. And it's heartbroken because the very people they thought they could trust are the people who are taking from them and the people who walk away from them when they need them. So this is somebody who is going to find out the hard way who really had their back and who didn't. And for some of them, they've been sleeping with the enemy the whole time. Oops. And had no idea, apparently. Yeah. Yeah. And here's what's crazy. Hang on. Well, if that just didn't go, that's not a sign how their whole life is about to be changed in a blink of an eye. I don't know what is. But the other thing that I get here is the people that they thought they could trust and that they were pouring into are the same people that were working against them. Like I said, this is the energy of sleeping with the enemy for some people. What they don't realize is now that they don't have the kind of money or the type of material things that they're about to lose, people are going to change. The people that were so nice to them and so sweet and that had their back, people are going to change the way they feel about them. They don't feel the same way about them. So that's another reason why insecure and heartbreak is here, because the mask of the people. It's like the mask of who these people are is going to show. And that's what's going to be heartbreaking. The very people they thought they could depend on, they can't. With justice and lurking your social media, I feel like that is self-explanatory, but it's just another reminder for them. They had people that were in their corner, because the same way that you were loyal, you know, had their back, or you just were nice to them. For some of them, because for some of y'all, I get that this may even be like a coworker or something, but you were nice to them. You did right by them, right? They're going to be watching your social media, and that's how you treat all your friends. Or, you know, you're in a new relationship, and that, you know, how you're pouring into them is how you're pouring into this new person. So it's like the justice of it all is like, yo, they get to see I had that. That was my friend. I wish I could, you know, reach out to them and, you know, but the way I treated them, I'm sure that they're, you know, they don't care about what I'm going through, and they're right. You don't care. They have to watch you on social media, you know, and even if you don't have social media, okay, lurking on your, that, for me, that card, lurking your social media, is also a card of like trying to tap into your energy, trying to feel your energy. The justice is, regardless, your focus is not on them. They can't reach you. You see what I'm saying? All right. Okay. And wait a second. Hold on. Okay. All right. Libras. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, or Saturn. So it's going to be for you or them, whoever has these placements. The karma that somebody receives. What did you wrong? Let's see. So we have blocked social media, phone, or spiritually. We have exposed as a narcissist or a toxic person, and debts piling up. Interesting. So why is blocked here? Why is blocked here? This is spiritually. I mean, you may have them blocked. You may not be dealing with them, but can I make this up? This is spiritual. Yeah. They may have made a lot of bad decisions, but a bad decision that they've made knowing they were making a bad decision, because I have the Two of Swords in reverse. That is somebody who, there is some type of, when the Two of Swords is upright, she has a blindfold, the moon is in the back. That is somebody that only has their intuition. They have rose-colored glasses on. They don't know what to do. They're stuck at a crossroads. They're not sure what decision to make. You know, damned if I do, damned if I don't. You know, they don't know. But in reverse, the blindfold falls off. You can see what this is. Something is revealed. So this is somebody who made a decision knowing that it wasn't a good decision. They knew that this was wrong, and they still did it anyway. And it results in the Ten of Swords, because it's going to be blocked. Now, you may know what this is or found out what this is, but yeah, you don't care. Yeah, because it gives the energy that even if you know what this is, it's like you're not surprised, or you already knew that this person was doing something or moving weird. So if this person is sending weird energy to you in any shape, form, or fashion, it completely blocks them, and it completely aids in their downfall. They have the Ten of Swords. The 10 of Swords is somebody on the ground with 10 swords in their back. Now, I'm not saying that that's how they're going to end up, but symbolically, those 10 swords were meant for you. And with the Ace of Cups, that is an emotional card. That's a spiritual breakthrough card. This person knew they should not have done whatever they sent towards you energetically, whether it was siphoning your energy, whether it was evil eye, whatever it was, they knew better. They did it anyway. They did it anyway. They didn't care. But they will, because it's going to backfire on them. It doesn't hit you. What a waste of time. All the time and energy they put into that just for that to backfire. That's embarrassing. So we have exposed as a narcissist or a toxic person. Exposed as a narcissist or a toxic person. So, like you're sitting there like, duh. Interesting. Yeah. And that's probably why I heard duh. Because I have the Knight of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, and the Star. You knew this person was a toxic person. Other people may not have believed you. Other people may have thought you were exaggerating, right? The Knight of Pentacles is a card of patience. You were patient because you knew this person is a true narcissist, a true toxic person. They're not going through a phase. They're not just, having a moment. Like, no, they're really toxic. So Eight of Cups, this is you leaving the situation alone. You've been real patient. You know what? They'll see it when they see it. I ain't worried about it. The Star card, you've been focused on just healing yourself, focusing on yourself. And that's the thing. You're going to come off like the Star. You come on. It's like when this comes out, it's where people are looking like, oh, that's why Libra placement doesn't deal with them. Oh, that's why Libra placement, things started going better for her. He or she completely walked away from this situation because this could be a job. This could be anything. Okay. Remember, the Star card, though, is also optimism. This is the energy of you being like, you know what? I'm going to just give it time. This person ain't changed. Whether they were your friend, your coworker, whoever, they ain't changed. And you're right. Just want to clarify. I hope this is not like a family dynamic. It might be for some of y'all, or like a work family. But this is somebody that likes to control the narrative. This is somebody that makes decisions based off of what is good for them, not really anybody else. This is really sad. Because it's like, this is somebody that really comes off like they knew what they were doing and they still made a decision that they knew would hurt a family member or a work situation, or, would get people laid off. Like they knew what they were doing when they made a decision. And you may have been trying to tell people like, yo, you cannot trust that person. And people wasn't believing you, or just maybe you kept it to yourself. All I know is this comes up like your patience pays off because they're about to make a decision that completely exposes them. What is... It's not telling me what the decision is. I was kind of being a little nosy. Sounds like what they did. I want to know. They're not telling me what the decision is, but Ace of Wands and the Eight of Wands, that's a Nine of Wands. Whatever decision they make, they completely make it off of impulse. Again, I don't want to speculate because it's not giving me details, but whatever it is, this person did it solely for themselves. And it was completely something that is impulsive, but it manifests very quickly. So this is something they're not going to be able to explain or get out of or be able to say, it's not what it looks. It's like, there's no other way to take this. This is exactly how it looks. And this is the decision that you made. So because it manifests so quickly, there's no other way to take whatever decision they made. So it's like you made that decision and you had other options that you could have gone with, but you chose this decision knowing that this many people would get laid off, knowing that these many people would end up getting fired or that it was going to, shorten our department. There were other options that you could have done that could have kept people or, whatever the case may be. Even if this was somebody that it was like, yo, you knew that, if you were with this person, it was going to affect your family in this way, or whatever it was. Yeah, that's embarrassing. Okay, debt's piling up. But that's way too many. That spirit trying to tell your business. All right. This is somebody who's constantly trying to keep up with the Joneses. This is somebody that refuses to learn the lesson and make better decisions the second time around. This is somebody who always makes decisions and then they feel like, you know what, I'll figure it out. They make a decision now and then they feel like, you know what, I'll figure it out later. Their debts are piling up because they cannot afford the life that they live. They have too much pride, ego. They want control over the narrative. So every time Spirit has given them a second chance to move differently, they don't. This is someone who is determined to live the life that they live, even knowing they cannot afford it. So this tells me, with Judgment in reverse, I feel like somebody's they've run out of chances. Yeah, they've run out of chances. I got to cover this because of YouTube. But it's the World card. Yeah, their time is up. Their time is up. Any extensions that they may have, because this is also somebody who has gotten extensions on bills and things like that, and they're still moving like they're good. But this is somebody who is consistently not paying their bills. This is somebody who is consistently doing other things, right, than the things that they should be doing. And that's going to catch up to them quickly. Because I just heard out of control. Their lifestyle they're going to have to downgrade their lifestyle. Oh, that's awful. I also, right as I was putting those cards up, I just heard spiritual debts. Listen, and this is just me intuitively channeling right now. Whoever this person is to you, make sure your protections are good. Make sure you keep your distance. When I just heard spiritual debts, Spirit is coming to collect, and it's going to affect anybody around them that is close. And I also just heard adult. So I don't know if you guys, if maybe this is your, I don't know, your friend and you're close with their kids or something. I don't know. Maybe you have kids with this person. But just make sure that you stay prayed over, whatever you do for protection. I don't know what this person did to you, but it is kind of giving that, like, it's not just regular debts that they owe spiritual debts, and Spirit is coming to collect. I want to get out of this energy because this feels very I feel very anxious right now. I feel very like take cover. I don't know what this person is about to go through, but um yeah, just make sure your protection is in place, and keep your distance, because yeah, I want to get out this energy because so anxious. What the hell is wrong with this person? Okay, Virgos, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, or Saturn. Okay, if you guys have somebody who has wronged you, all right, you or them, if they have any Virgo placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or North Node, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, or Saturn, then this could be for you. We have short-lived happiness. Seen as bitter and jealous or envious, loss of a home and or stability, going through their hardest moments alone. What did this person do to you? Because golly. Short-lived happiness. Short-lived happiness. Okay. It sure is short-lived. Oh. Not only is it short-lived, but this is somebody that if this person tried to throw some type of happiness or something in your face, it's going to be short-lived in a public situation too. Like this is somebody that yeah, this is somebody that if they were trying to throw something in your face, like they, wanted other people to, see it or whatever, like, yeah, other people are going to see, yeah. This is, yeah, whatever this is, it could be a job, it could be whatever. But it could be a friend, okay? I don't know. But it's giving, I told them that they shouldn't post that person yet. I told them, that they shouldn't put all their business or all their life on social media. I told them that they probably, that's what you told them. They didn't want to hear what you had to say. Hang on, give me 1 second. Sorry, that was my kid. All right, you may have told this person, you should probably sit down and, heal, grow, evolve, star card before putting that out there. 6 of Wands, they didn't want to hear what you had to say, but I guess they do now. Because whatever they put out or whatever they did, it doesn't last long. And it falls apart in front of the very people that they were trying to put it out there for. Okay. So seen as envious or jealous and loss of home and or stability came out together. Why is this here? Mm. Oh. Well, while this person loses their stability, you're gaining it. That is why they're jealous and envious, because you made a choice to not pour into them anymore. Rather it's financially, rather it's, spiritually, energy wise, you made the choice to do what is right for you. You made the choice to follow your dreams, your goals, whatever you had, because it feels like, and also here at this Page of Pentacles, it was small. Like, so if you wanted to start a business or you wouldn't give up on a business, at some point, this person saw it was bringing in, because this could also be you in school, right? So at some point, this person could have just seen, like, that ain't nothing. They just bringing in a little coin. That's not no big deal. That's not nothing. But you made the choice to choose you over them. Ace of Pentacles. If it has not paid off yet, Virgo, it will. Virgo placement. Okay. It will. Now, with that being said, Page of Wands. This person is jealous and envious, but they're also inspired. Okay. But their inspiration more so comes from the fact that they're in the process, or by this point, have lost either their house, some type of stability, while you've gained it, or you're gaining it. So it really comes off like they were laughing and underestimating you and all of this, and they shouldn't have, because you were just getting started. And now the bridge has kind of been burnt, because they can't even come towards you to ask you, so what did you do? Because, man, I'm going through it right now. And that's really where their jealousy and envy comes from, because they don't have anybody to blame but themselves at this point. And they've kind of burned the bridge with you, so they can't even come back and ask, like, so can you put me on? What did you do? All right, we have going through their hardest moments alone. Oh, they are definitely going through the hardest moments alone. They're going through their hardest moments alone. Because the people they had around them always had their hand out. The people that they had around them, they were always pouring into, they were always giving to. But when you were around this person, you were always giving, and you were always being of service to this person. And now you're just like, oh, nah, I'm good. That's done. Six of Pentacles in reverse. I'm not giving to this situation anymore. The World card. You're done. But this person, when they reach back out, and that's if they reach back out, but it's still giving an energy here with the Hermit card, because this is you. They want to come to you for some type of advice. They want to come to you for some type of advice. They're doing some soul searching. Who do I know gives the best guidance and, really, pours into me, has my, best interest at heart, Virgo placement. But you're not Six of Pentacles in reverse. You're not, I don't have anything for you. So whatever they're going through it alone. And may I also say, because this World card also gives, because I just heard full circle, you may have had to go through one of your hardest moments alone while they had some type of support system. Because this gives an energy of like, they'll be okay just like I had to be okay. They'll be fine. Like that you I don't see you I don't see you feeling away. Because the world card is also a card of wholeness, closure. I hate to say this, Virgo, but it does give an energy of they did this to you, so you don't feel bad not showing up for them because you're like, they'll be fine. They did it to me. And because it doesn't feel like you're doing it tit for tat. It doesn't feel like you're like, oh, well, they did it to me. They weren't there for me when I needed them. So I'm not going to be there when they need me. You're not doing that. It's simply that's what they did to me. And they slept fine at night. And I had to go through one of my hardest moments alone. And you know what? I did some soul searching. I did some healing and it made me better. They'll be fine. They can do the same. I'm not pouring into this situation. Because the only reason why, because when you had access to me, you didn't want it. Like, okay. I bet they won't do that again. All right. All right, we got Leo. All right, Leo places. Leo placement. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, or Saturn, you or them. What is the karma for the person who has wronged you? Worst fears become reality. Who had that? I don't remember. I don't remember. We have worst fears become reality, wallowing in despair and watching you meet all of your goals, especially the ones they tried to block or talk down on. Oh, this happens fast. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Worst fears become reality because this is somebody that is used to karma taking forever to reach them if it reaches them. And when it does, this person may not even connect the dots. You know, this is somebody that could step on somebody's foot and not apologize. And then, I don't know, 2 weeks later, um, 2 weeks later, you know, somebody could bump into them and not apologize. And they don't connect the dots of like, wow, that's probably how it felt 2 weeks ago when I stepped on that guy's toe. So this is somebody that is very comfortable making selfish decisions. This is somebody who's very comfortable with worrying about themselves. They feel entitled and justified. Well, you know, I worry about me because if I don't worry about me, who's gonna worry about me? Like this is somebody that can make a head over heart decision. Not this time. This time, Eight of Wands, King of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. As soon as this person makes a decision that is not in the highest good of a situation as a whole, it's going to come back to bite them in the butt with the quickness. I want to be nosy for you. What is? See, whatever decision they're making, they're thinking about themselves and they're not thinking about their family as a whole, or they're not thinking of the security of something or the stability of something. They're only worried about something that they want right now at this moment. Yeah, Page of Wands in reverse, Two of Cups. It's not, you may have told, this is not a decision that they made with someone else or with you. This is something that, a decision that they made on their own. If this is a relationship that they got into, oh baby, that thing is going bad quickly. If you told this person about this type of behavior, that is also their worst fear. The worst fear is you being right. They want to prove you wrong so bad. But somebody's worst fear is about to come reality. The energy that they put out is going to come back to them quickly. Very, very quickly. And I just heard it's a decision they can't explain. So they're not going to be able to explain. If you knew A, B, C, D, E, F, G, why would you make that choice? They're not going to be able to give a good answer. Wallowing in despair. Why is wallowing in despair here? They're wallowing in despair because they're wallowing in despair because this gives an energy like something changes overnight. And this is somebody that feels it's like they're going to kind of feel like God gave up on them. God can't hear them. If they were able to manifest things very quickly before, that's coming to a halt. Spirit has cast judgment on them. And wallowing in despair too, because somebody did something. Whatever this person did, the energy is coming back to them. But here's the thing, it's coming back to them with the same determination and willpower that they did it in. Does that make sense? It's like just as hard as they went to make these foul decisions, that's how hard it's coming back to them. That's why they're wallowing in despair. These are big changes, like, because I have the Magician and the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is very ambitious, very driven, but with the Magician, this is what they wanted. They didn't care about anybody else's free will. Like, this is what I want. I want control, right? Like, I don't care about anybody else's free will. This is what I want. I'm going to make this happen under any circumstances. But I also have the Judgment here and the High Priestess. It's really giving spiritual vibes here. It's really giving the universe is handing them back this with the same energy that they put it out with. That's why they're wallowing in despair, because it's going to be hitting them just as hard as they put it out, just as hard as they didn't care about anybody else's free will, anybody else's wants or desires. All I care about is what I want. I'm going to make this happen no matter what. That's why this is also an energy of somebody feeling like the universe has given up on them. The universe can't hear me. Because they didn't even, when the universe was putting up red flags, it's not a good decision. They did not care about that. They were still going to do what they wanted to do. No wonder they're wallowing in despair. I'm wallowing in despair for them. Watching you meet all of your goals, especially the ones they tried to block or talk down on. All right. Watching you meet all of your goals. Oh, they're watching you. They are watching you, hoping that you'll fail because it would give them some type of satisfaction because their world is falling apart. But that's not what they're going to see. The Ace of Wands and the Sun, not only are they going to see you succeed, they see you happily succeed. They see you enjoying the process. They see things going in your favor and, life going very well. And I don't know why, but I also intuitively pick up an energy of like regret. Yeah. Regret and wishing that they could be a part of it in some way. Like, this is somebody that regrets underestimating you, but it's because of how happy you look. This is somebody that is not just making these goals happen. They're enjoying the process. They get to see, but from far away, Page of Swords. They don't get to be a part of it, but they get to see it. They get to watch it. That's what they get. All right. You still not allowed in here. All right, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, or Saturn. Okay. Karma for the Cancer placement. I have watching your glow up, codependent, and something they did or said still haunts them. They fell out together. We have catfished. That's funny. Why is catfished here? I'm not even joking. If this person traveled to go see somebody, Page of Cups in reverse, they about to get their feelings hurt. Two of Pentacles, and it also affects their money. Now, it doesn't have to be a person. This could also be somebody that I definitely, with the Eight of Wands, I'm definitely picking up an energy of somebody who travels. So if this is somebody that traveled in any way to go on a trip, to go see a person, left everything behind for some type of job or something, this is coming up like it definitely wasn't what it was cracked up to be, and it definitely wasn't worth the money that was spent. This is somebody that regrets the decision because something was not what they thought it would be, and it definitely has them juggling which bill they're going to pay, or they just feel like it wasn't worth the money to give up whatever. Or even if it was a job where this job said that they'll pay more, they still feel like it wasn't worth, I could have just stayed where I was at. Interesting. Interesting. I made that choice too fast. Codependent and something they said or did haunts them. This is somebody that's codependent on somebody else's approval or a group's type of approval. And whatever they thought they were going to get out of being in that group, being a part of that, whatever, I don't get that they fit in. I don't get that it's cohesive. This is somebody that wishes they would have done the homework or the research before they decided to be a part of something or go somewhere or yeah. Oh gosh. Look, what y'all got going on? Because I got more travel cards. This looks like somebody that may have went and traveled with a group of people or joined, decided to go work with a group of people. They don't fit in. They don't fit in. And with this Six of Wands and the Lovers, it's giving, had they done their research, this is a situation where even if this is romantic, right? If they just would have looked online, they would have saw this person was in a relationship. They're tagged on multiple pictures. If they just would have done their research, they would have seen that this job has awful reviews. So this is somebody that is stuck in a situation temporarily that they cannot get out of. And it is based off of them not doing their research, them wanting the approval of people that don't even matter. So this makes me feel like you may have tried to tell this person to do more research or to, because I mean, this is coming off more like a friends thing. It doesn't have to be, it could be romantic, but this is coming off like a friend kind of, either a friend put you on the back burner for some peen or some vajayjay, and they're realizing, wow, this person is a hot mess and I probably should have listened to my friend. Or this is a situation where they're like, you know what, I got it, whatever this is. It feels like you try to tell them you should probably do more research or you should probably look into this more. But there are the approval of other people that really don't even matter was more important to this person than you. Because you're here. This is you. If they would have listened to you or been or worried more about what you were saying or whatever, because you were coming out like, man, I should have listened to Cancer Placement. Cancer Placement tried to tell me. Well, all right. Watching your glow up. Why is that here? I don't know why it's here, but they definitely have to watch online. Yeah. Is there an op? I don't care what nobody say. The way this is coming out, you were one of the best things that ever happened to this person. And this person chose to be an enemy. They didn't have to be. This person chose to like fight you, have conflict with you, go back and forth with you, put all the burden on you, all the responsibility on you. And you found your closure by leaving this person alone. I don't have time to argue with you. I have other things going on right now, or I got things I need to do. This person, whatever cycle you were in, you're going to complete that if you haven't already. And this person is going to have a lot of inner conflict or turmoil with the fact that they really kicked you when you were down and they were completely wrong about how they handled a situation. But this is also somebody that has too much pride or ego to apologize. So they're just going to carry the burden on their back. That I see for you, you're not burdened at all. You're coming up like the world card. Mm. And I also feel like this person, and for those that this was like a friend or a sibling, this is also somebody who was always, well, I won't say always, but this is also somebody that tries to compete with the glow up that you have. They try to compete with it. It's too much of a burden. This is somebody who's going to burn. They're burning the candles at both ends while you're not competing with anybody but yourself. You're just glowing and vibing. And this person's going to be like, oh, well, I can do that. I can glow and vibe too. But they're going to end up getting burnt out because part of your glow up comes from the fact that you're healing. You're doing the work daily. You're elevating. And this person isn't. They just see the way it looks and they're like, oh, well, I can look like that too. If you don't worry about yourself, because Cancer, that's why Cancer is glowing up like that, because they worry about themselves. This person's annoying. Yuck. All right, Gemini placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, or Saturn, you or them. So we have lonely, constant, guilty conscience, and heartbreak. So constant, guilty conscience. I'll be damned. For some of you, they have a constant guilty conscience because they lost some money that they're having a hard time getting back. It's kind of giving, and this is somebody that may have been responsible. So like this could be like a father figure, a boss, or whatever. But it's giving somebody that lost something tangible. It's kind of coming up like money, a job, an opportunity. It affects you in some way because that's where their guilty conscience is coming in at. Because 8 of Cups, they can't walk away from the situation because of their guilt. So whatever this is for you, it had or it did affect you in some way, because they have guilt that they weren't able to give to you, to pour into you, pass an opportunity to you. And for some of y'all, this is for a specific group of people. If this person was responsible for getting you fired, it bothers them. They can't let it go. And if this person got an opportunity or some type of come up where they had to step on you to get it, they still feel very guilty about that. They feel guilty in the role they played in getting to a position or a status that they're in, because they knew the way they did it was they were wrong. They know that. But they have too much pride and ego to tell you or to apologize. And that's another reason why their conscience is eating at them. Okay. Lonely. Why is lonely? Lonely. Ooh. Who is this to y'all? Because now it's coming up like this person has everything they could possibly want. They have put the time, energy, and effort in for so long. It is finally paying off. And they're not able to share it with the people they want to, which would be you. It's giving, they don't have anybody to celebrate with. You're not there to celebrate with them. What did this person do? Oh no. Not me messing up these cards. I'll have to figure this out later. I don't know what this person did to you, but they're lonely because they have to sell it. Yeah. And even if you guys, because this does kind of look like you may still talk to whoever this is. You guys are not seeing eye to eye right now. You guys are not on the same page. There's something in their life that they've worked really hard on and they finally got it. And they can't share it with the people they want to share it with. They may have a friend group around them or people around them they could share it with. The Four of Pentacles is telling me it's not the people they really want to share it with, which would be you. They wish that you guys were on better terms, or they wish that things, weren't like this, but I gotta fix that. Got heartbreak. Why is heartbreak here? What? I will say this doesn't look like somebody that you guys are just all out not speaking to, but things are definitely different between y'all. Well, if that doesn't confirm what I just said, Four of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, King of Cups, Eight of Cups. If this was some type of relationship or y'all were talking or something like that, you are distant and you are moving like a single person. And if you're not moving like a single person, that is how they perceive you. They perceive you as someone who is not presenting yourself as somebody who is taking or dealing with someone. And with the Eight of Cups, it's just telling me that they're disappointed because they know Four of Cups. You tried to offer them love. You tried to offer them friendship. It's not gonna be love for everybody, right? But you see that cup, they didn't want it. So you're like, well, let me go on with my fine self and be this, all the single ladies, all the single fellas. And then this King of Cups, that would be you. You're like, yo, I'm really too emotionally balanced and evolved to play these games. I'm not staying for this. So this is someone that whatever role they play in your life, they're kind of heartbroken that you're not willing to take whatever they were consistently offering in the past. And you're fine. Like, this is somebody that's heartbroken because, yeah, you're not accepting the breadcrumbs I offered you in the past, but you're not sad about it. Like, you don't miss the way things were. Like, look at her. Did she look sad? She got a little bird. She playing with the birds with her little Blanche Devereaux moo on. She don't care about what this person's. I don't want that cup. When I was offering, look, when you was offering them 3 cups, they didn't want that, right? I don't want that. They offered you 1 little cup and you're finally like, you know what? I'm cool on that. This could be a friend, okay? And for some of you guys, this is also work. I know there's no pentacles here, but I don't care. Intuitively, I pick up that there's somebody at work, because I don't know why I intuitively kind of pick up, you're not as, what is the word? Yeah, I got it. Hey, Cancer, I'm not going to be able to get these reports done by the end of the day. Can you do this for me? Yeah, I got it. But this is also an energy of like, when you need something from them, it may not be as reciprocated. So it's given the energy of like, no, I can't help with that. That's out of my job description. And you're not doing it to be mean, because you're coming up as the King of Cups. You're not doing it to be mean. You just mentally and emotionally, you are balanced. You make fair decisions. You are very balanced. Your emotions are balanced. You know how to, that when it comes to business, you can be fair, but you can't be nice because people take advantage of it, and you're fine with that. The heartbreak comes, if this is a work situation, the heartbreak comes because you're no longer willing to be a doormat, to be honest. And you don't need the money because the 9 of Pentacles is here. And even if you do need the money, you don't come off that way. From this person's perspective, it comes off like, even if they were to be like, oh, well, we can add this to your check, or, we can add this as overtime. You're like, no, I'm good. My health and, I'm not trying to stress myself out. I'm good. That's what they get. Okay, Taurus placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, and Saturn. Who has wronged you? Who has wronged you? We have used or taken for granted, watching you in a successful relationship, and catfished. Oh, yeah. For some of you, this is them even watching you have a family together or a blended family together. Oh, my gosh. really? We got the 10 of cups. I'm done. I'm done. Watching you in a successful relationship. I have the 10 of cups, the 10 of pentacles for my tarot readers. 10 of cups, 10 of pentacles, the emperor, the hangman. This comes off like not only do they get to see you in a successful relationship, they get to see you with someone who knows how to be a leader, who is a family person. It doesn't matter if you guys are blending families or creating a family, okay? They also get to see you, they get to see you from, with the hangman here, they could be a Pisces placement, you or them, okay? Or somebody here could be an Aries placement, okay? But Taurus energy here, this is somebody that gets a different perspective of you because they get to see you being loved differently. They get to see you in a dynamic that is stable financially and just, and with the 10 of Pentacles and the Emperor, okay, that's also like inheritance, okay? I don't know why I am kind of picking up an energy of like ancestor approved, like this is the way you were with an ex, this person gets to see a version of you that you may have tried to explain to them existed when you were loved right, but they were just like, everybody thinks they deserve da, 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 da. And they actually get to see you being loved right. It's going to change their perspective of you. It's going to, I wish I could feel the way like my heart chakra feels like it's expanding. The value that this emperor is going to see in you is also what changes the point of view of this person, because this person is going to be like, wow, if somebody like that emperor, they see all that in Taurus plate, that's crazy. But they do. They do, because why else would 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups be here? Not only are they wish fulfillment and emotionally willing to give and, make sure that you're good, but they're also financially making sure that you're good. Right? They're willing to commit. Like they're not trying, like they don't just love the idea of you. They really want to put down roots. Like this is marriage, they see you as marriage material. They see you as stepdaddy, stepmama material. They really see you as somebody that is worth giving everything to. And even this person sees this emperor as an emperor. So even your ex, whoever this is, or ex situation, whatever, even they see the value in this person. That's crazy. That's what they get. Use and take it for granted. All right, used and taken for granted. One more shuffle. Used and taken for granted. Oh yeah. This is given this somebody is around for a good time, not a long time. 6 of Swords, Knight of Wands, Queen of Wands. So somebody, this is somebody that has not learned their lesson. Yeah, here's the other thing. This also gives the energy of somebody that is this is somebody that's very cocky and confident. That feels weird. For my tarot readers, right? Because we're talking about Taurus energy. Clarifying the 6 of Wands, I have the Ace of Wands. I have the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Wands. I really try to be optimistic. Even when intuitively I get certain things, I really try to be like, you know what? But somebody thinks they bigger than the program and they think that because they cute and they are, you know, confident and have their ish together, that a one night stand is going to be more than just a one night stand. It's not. Somebody about to take them panty draws and be on their way. Something that someone thought would turn into a relationship or maybe even like a long-term situationship or sneaky link. It's not. This person gonna ride in like a thief in the night, tick, and they gonna be out again. Hate to say that, but that's what this is. It's a lot of wands here. Too many wands. The next card that came out is the Four of Wands, y'all. So I mean, I know I'm not tripping. Somebody thought this was going to be a long-term situation. They met someone, they could have moved on from you. You could have been trying to give this person the world, settle down, give the person the world. And then, I'm just not ready. They met somebody, like, yo, this is what I need in my life. I need this Queen of Wands. I'm good on this. This Queen of Wands got everything I need. Queen of Wands is on demon time. She on Knight of Wands time. And this could be man or woman, okay? I don't care, okay? But this tells me is that somebody said, I don't want what Taurus is offering me. I'm not ready. No. And then they meet Queen of Wands or King of Wands. I don't care, right? And they're like, you know what? Finally, somebody on my speed. Finally, this is what I want. This is what I'm trying to have in my life. This person snatched them draws, snatched them boxers, and went on about their business, or they're going to, leading this person to feel some type. They Six of Swords. They ain't gonna have no choice but to move on. Whoever this person is not gonna give them a choice. They're gonna ride in like the Knight of Wands they are. Take what they got to get, and they about to get on about their business. They ain't gonna have no choice. That's sad. You gotta make better choices than that. Yeah. So that's the karma for that person. Interesting. Okay. All right, so Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, and Saturn. How is this person getting karma when it comes to you? Unable to get out of the mess they created. Well, I'll be regret or remorse. Exposed as a narcissist or toxic person. If you have Libra placements, I believe Libra got that too. You might want to check out their reading. So unable to get out of the mess they created. Whatever decision they made is definitely going to be something that's going to make them sit their behind down somewhere, because they definitely weren't doing it when they were supposed to. Nine of Pentacles here with the Knight of Swords. This is somebody that's a single card to me, Knight of Pentacles, because the Knight of Pentacles is pre-Empress energy. So man or woman, it doesn't matter, okay? This is just somebody that has a little bit of money, a little bit of status, some type of financial independence, and Knight of Swords. They're out here making crazy decisions. They are driven. They are doing what they want to do. But I have the Four of Swords here. Now, the Four of Swords is a card of like let me sit my behind down somewhere and contemplate what is going on. But the sword, you see the sword that the Knight of Swords has? With the Four of Swords, to me, for me, that's the Five of Swords. That is somebody that is willing to win at all costs. This is somebody that's going to throw rocks and hide their hands. This is somebody that really doesn't care about whatever energy they're pulling out as long as they win. So with unable to get out of the mess they created, this tells me that may not be how this turns out. So them making a decision with complete disregard to how it was going to affect anybody else, how anything was going to turn out in the future, they're not going to be able to get out of that as easily as they got into it. What is the outcome? Curious. What is the outcome? All right. So, Spirit is not telling me directly what it is, but I do have the Lovers in reverse. So that is telling me that by the time they realize that they really made a bad choice, it gives there's no going back. So I asked what would be the outcome of this. And really, okay, let's just say you're in a relationship with someone. This Lovers card tells me you're not going to see this person the same. And this Page of Swords tells me you're going to be watching from a safe distance. You are watching almost with curiosity. Like you're watching, you may even be doing research, checking in, whatever. But Two of Wands tells me you have planned your escape, or you have made plans. Like you know something. You don't know everything, because the Two of Wands is a card of planning. It's discovering. You have the world in your hand. Let's see what we can, come up with. You know, it's something. The world, and when I'm doing tarot, sometimes makes me think of the worldwide internet. So you may be online doing your research. Look at, something, but whatever you see, whatever you hear, Lovers in reverse, you feel like it was a really bad decision, and it just kind of feels like you would rather choose yourself than to choose this person. You don't want to be tied to whatever this is. I'm not getting the full what this is. And even with the Lovers card, sometimes the Lovers card talks about like a fear of commitment. So it may be an energy of like, you may do some research, you may look up some stuff and be like, oh, I know enough to know that I don't want to be here anymore. I don't need to know the full scope of everything. I just need to know. And this Nine of Pentacles, you may be getting your finances together, becoming the Nine of Pentacles, right? Four of Swords for you could be you contemplating what direction you want to go in, because I'm not staying to find out how this situation turns out. I'm out. This person, whatever they did, they're not going to be able to get out of it easy. And they're used to getting out of things pretty easy based off of what this looks like. And the mess that they created, whatever mess they created, there's a internet paper trail, because with that Two of Wands, it just feels like they can't deny it, because it's like, we have the proof. This was planned. This was intentional. Regret and remorse. Regret and remorse. Regret and remorse. Regret and remorse. They are regretting making a decision without considering the consequences. Oh. So the regret and the remorse comes from whatever this is for you. Someone made a decision that they didn't think they'd have to cross back. Okay, so whatever someone did, they did it very impulsively. They didn't consider the consequences. They didn't consider how things would unfold. And they decided to just walk across this bridge, right? They're like this. You see, even the dog, you could even have a white dog. Look, you see that? You could even have a white dog. The dog was like, wait, don't go. Right? This person got their little luggage on their shoulder. They having a great time. They about to walk off a cliff. The dog is like, don't do it. Right? This person like, making my way downtown. Like this person is just like living their life, right? The thing here is with regret and remorse, they move over like this bridge or this path, not considering Six of Swords. They would have to go back across that bridge and answer for whatever they left. Because you see, Page of Swords. This was an idea that they came up with. I don't want to deal with whatever. I'm going to just go over here. I'm going to just walk. Making my way down. They don't care about, they're not worried about nothing. This is what they're looking for. I'm just looking for a new beginning. This is the best way to do it. This is a new beginning. This has the potential to make me forget about all my cares and worries. But we have the Lovers here. The Lovers talks about fate. This is fate. This is alignment. A major decision. So they're going to regret aligning themselves with a major decision without thinking about the consequences or the fact that they were going to be taking back the way that they came and have to answer for, why would you go walking off this cliff if you knew your dog was behind you? Why would you make your way towards here knowing that you don't have all these ducks in a row, or that, this situation is what it is? They're not expecting that. The regret and the remorse is not for what they actually did. The regret and the remorse is because they didn't give certain people or close out certain situations because they weren't expecting to have to go back and answer for it. They thought they were good. They're not. They're going to have to answer for whatever they left behind. Choose this one. All right, last one. Expose as a narcissist or a toxic person. Really? You may have been trying to tell people for a while that this person was not as amazing as they keep trying to make themselves seem. Look, this is somebody that goes towards the things that they love. This is a person that has control issues. They like to control things. They like to control their reputation. This Eight of Pentacles, that is a work card for me. That is like work. That is employment. This is somebody that makes it seem like they are, what is the word? Self-improvement. This is somebody that's making it seem like they do self-improvement, that they have changed their ways. The Empress here, that's you, okay? You may be somebody that is always elevating and somebody that is always in control and things like that. And this person could be trying to make it seem like you're the person who is toxic, or you're the person that is not a good person. But I have the Wheel of Fortune here with the Eight of Pentacles. So that tells me that the wheels are going to turn, the tables are going to turn. This person's reputation is not all that great, and people have been looking at you trying to figure out So, I mean, I know they said that, Aries placement is not a good person. I'm still trying to find it. I'm still trying to find where, they're not a good person. This tells me that this is someone that cares about how people view them. And they really, Knight of Cups, they really do go after their own desires with complete disregard to anyone else. And that's what's being exposed. Is this person a clinical diagnosed narcissist? No, that's not coming up in the spread, but I'm not saying that they're not, because I'm not qualified to say that. What I'm saying is, based off this spread, this person at the very least is a toxic person, but they come off as somebody who may not present themselves that way and may even try to say you are that. But with the Wheel of Fortune, the tables are going to turn and people are going to start to see how this person does whatever they want to do and whatever is best for them. And the Eight of Pentacles is somebody who is working on a craft. They're working on a skill. This is somebody that people are going to realize that they have mastered the art of deceiving people. They have mastered the art of coming off like, oh, well, sometimes you have to make hard decisions. What's best for everybody? No, really, you're doing what's best for you. And people are going to start to see that. So if they've been presenting themselves like an emperor, oh, I care so much. And I just have so many kingdoms that I have to rule over, because the emperor, they rule over all four kingdoms: the kingdom of cups, the kingdom of pentacles, the kingdom of wands, and the kingdom of swords. They got to make sure everything is running. That's a father figure. That's a boss, a father figure, an authority figure. This person makes it seem like, oh, I just have to run so much. I have so much on my plate. I have so much going on. I just have to think of the bigger picture for everybody. Because this is your read, Aries, it could really be you that has the world on your shoulders. It really could be you that is in the leadership position and having to make sure that everything runs so smoothly. But this person is making it seem like it's them and, whatever. And so that's going to be exposed. It's going to be exposed that they've just mastered the art of presenting themselves in one way when they're really not, and that they really only care about what they care about, what's best for them. That's what they get. All right. So that is what I have for you guys, Aries placements. Let me know in the comments below if this resonates with you. All right. And I will see you guys in the next one.